how hard it is to kind of get this ball rolling. I was there once. But like I explained to people, if you haven't already kind of created yourself as a voice or an instrument for 2020, it's going to be a lot more difficult the closer we get to 2020 and in the year 2020 itself. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is that we have been dealing with the system of sound for 19 years. And the duality that comes with sound, meaning that sound goes high, sound goes low. And that sound then has projected itself out into a vision. Now, you can look at this vision as I love my life, everything I'm seeing is beautiful, everything's great. Vision, positive sounds. I am what I am that I am greatness, therefore greatness projects out. This is your vision, your sounds. Now, if you haven't created yourself as an instrument or a sound for others to hear, so you kind of have to look at this as if you was a little harmonica, you're going to be heard a certain range. But if you was a trombone, a damn drum, you will be heard even further. Your echo, because that is what we're dealing with, the echo. Your residue, that which goes beyond you, would go further, would reach a greater masses. We're dealing with mass. It would reach a greater density. We're dealing with weight. It would make you Instagram famous, more followers. So just know the science of what you're dealing with. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so let's go with the questions. What is the original purpose of the pipe organ? So the pipe organ associates to a deity known as Pan. The story goes where this deity was so in love with a nymph, and in those times, sex was one of the greatest acts of love, but it was also one of the greatest acts of transformation. Meaning that as soon as a male deity put his sperm into you, it transformed you. And some of these beings did not want to be transformed. So it goes that this being Pan was forging its way towards a water nymph to sleep with her, and she refused to be transformed by a male deity, so she praised or cried to the water gods, and then they turned her into a water lily or a bushwick, just one of those branches or bushes that grow by the water. And when he went to that area to find or look for her, she was no longer there, so he wept, he cried. And as he cried, he realized that this tree, this branch, reacted to his sounds. Now, this is also a story to explain the power of a man when it comes to females. That the man's voice, that his tone, his vibration, his frequency actually resonates all 7 realms, flutes, pipes of you. And when he speaks, you react. So when this being spoke or sung or reacted or projected, it would create a vibration from this entity or this deity. So when he learned that his love was kind of connected to this plant or this branch, he cut it and created 7 parts of her or 7 realms of her to define his 7 degrees of love or the 7 degrees of separation that has kind of developed upon him. So just like an organ, what it does is it just resonates the chakras. This flute, this pipe is a way of cleansing, clearing, activating, moving the kundalini within the body or this spark within self. So in my personal opinion, it's just a way of activating the 7 worlds, realms, systems. Ain't like y'all can go talk to the 7 planets because they too far for them to even resonate or connect with you. So you have to do it internally first. So in my opinion, it's a way of connecting to the external worlds on an internal level. And of course, it always goes through the power of breath, air, Next question. Q, how can I tell the difference from my ego voice and my highest self voice during meditation? You can't. They're one and the same. Your ego and your higher self is the same thing. First off, your higher self is not going to say it's his higher self. That's like God saying, I'm God. God coming down, I am God. First off, God don't need to say I'm God. You know that's God.